Liberty is what makes America great. And our achievement will be to do what our current president has failed to do. And that is to restore liberty in America for all people. Imagine breathing clean, crisp air, drinking clean, fresh water, eating healthy, organic food, earning enough money to live comfortably, knowing that your money retains value over time, and resting easy at night, knowing that your constitutional rights apply at all times, regardless of your background, even at a traffic stop and online when you're prompted to share your personal information. Our achievement will be to restore liberty in America for all people, and in doing so, make America great again, as our founding fathers had intended. Now, I mentioned our three-part plan to restore liberty in America in a previous video. 1, end the Fed and go green instead with a credit union that is clean, green, citizen-owned, and fully transparent. 2, end qualified immunity and the war on drugs so that we can get people out of prison, off the pills, off the streets, and back to work. And 3, pass a void for vagueness amendment and declassify an open source government so that all laws can be clear, objective, and easily understood by the average American, and we can shine a light into the darkness to expose corruption and flaws in government. Now, if you watched the previous video, then you're already familiar with the plan, so I'll just add some detail in this video. When we own an equal share of profits in our credit union, every American will earn a dividend. Now, how much depends on the profitability. So let's take the Federal Reserve, for example. Depending on the report that we cite, they have between $7 and $12 trillion in assets or more. Now, when you account for their ownership of government debt, mortgages, investments into real estate, the houses that went under in 2008, oil and gas, and the stock market, it's a safe bet to estimate that their annual earnings are around $1 trillion a year or more. Now, when you split that with split those profits with the people instead of with the banks, $1 trillion divided by 330 million Americans works out to about $4,000 per person per year. And when you compound $4,000 per person per year at just 4% for 65 years from birth, every American will be a millionaire. That's liberty. And that's how much the Federal Reserve is keeping from us, the American people. Now, the second part of the plan involves ending qualified immunity to hold government accountable for their actions, and ending the war on drugs and victimless crimes to reduce the size of government and restore liberty for the wrongly convicted. This plan will benefit all people who have been caught up in unconstitutional drug laws, unreasonable search and seizure, and yes, unconstitutional gun laws as well. Specifically, by legalizing cannabis and decriminalizing drugs, we will eliminate black markets for drugs, thus putting an end to the violent street crime that is so often associated with drugs and gangs. Instead, we'll be able to invest in our people and our communities, teach parents and children alike to solve problems at a profit, which is the definition of entrepreneurship, and launch urban organic farms and other businesses, which will be owned in part by us as individuals, collectively as the people, and through the capital investors as well. And we will strengthen America in the process. Now that's liberty. Liberty is freedom from police violence and street violence, and the ability to earn a secure, honorable living instead. The third part of the plan is to pass a void for vagueness amendment to ensure that all laws are clear, objective, and easily understood, and preferably general, equal, and certain too. Now, by open sourcing and declassifying government, we will shine a light into the darkness, simplify government, and hold it accountable by exposing flaws to the people, to the justice system, and to entrepreneurs. We'll create millions of clean, green jobs for America in the process by improving government efficiency. We might even balance the budget while we're at it. Think about how the internet, Apple and Google, how they've opened their platforms and how the world is opened as a result of it. We can do the same for government by opening our API to entrepreneurs. We'll cut costs big time. We'll balance the budget. We'll create a new economy of opportunity in which we, the people, also share in the profits. Now that's what's possible when we get back to the basics of liberty. Now remember, liberty is clean air, fresh water, healthy organic food, money that retains value over time, and a constitution that applies evenly to all people at all times by default and without exception. Liberty is what makes America great, and restoring liberty in America will be the gift that keeps on giving. My name is Joe McHugh, and I am your independent candidate for President of the United States of America. I ask for your vote on November 3rd. Thank you.